The Papa Louie series is one of the most popular series of games ever made. After the originals hit it back in 2006, Flipline did the most logical thing. Changed the whole genre of the series. These 14 cooking simulators are by far some of the most beloved Flash games of all time. I was one of those kids who would just play these games all the time, even unlocking Papa Louie as a customer in one of them and getting to rank 43 in 2 other ones. Therefore, I have pretty good experience with all of these, besides the 2 mobile-only games which I've barely played because they're too complicated. Well, at least one of them. Enough rambling, I know what y'all came here for. Today, I will rank every Papa's game. Rameneria and the platformers don't count. Rameneria because I haven't played it, and the platformers because they're far too different from the rest and it just wouldn't make sense to rank them together. Even with those exclusions, this ranking consists of 16 games, so get ready for some transition slides. But without further ado, here is every Papa Louie's game ranked. Okay, so first of all, I have to clarify that I do not have footage for 3 of these games, those being the 2 mobile-only games and Freezeria, since my SWF for Freezeria just won't open for some reason. But don't worry, I've played it a bunch in the past before, so I know where it goes. So, out of these 3, which one is last? Well, I'll say it. It's Mocharia. Remember when I said that out of the 2 mobile-only games, there's one that's very complicated? Yeah, it's this one. God, is this game complicated! Out of all games, this one is the only one I simply do not understand. And that is the only reason it's last. It's so beyond complicated, it's not fun anymore. That's it. This is legit the only Papa's game I don't enjoy. Just because it's so complicated, I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. That's it. Next. Papa's Cupcakeria. This game is near the bottom of the list for similar reasons Mocharia is. It's too complicated. For the longest time, I simply could not understand this game as a little kid. The battle station isn't well explained and takes a lot of trial and error to figure out, but once you get the hang of it, you can't really mess it up. The baking in this game just takes too long as well. The build station is okay, but the frickin' frosting is impossible to figure out. Like, I can get okays and okays just going back and forth, but I can never get anything above that. It's too precise. I don't really like this one all that much. Sorry. You call my name. All I hear is heartbreak miles away. They say it's the hardest Flash game in the series. Yeah, sounds about right. Before I get into Sushiria, just know that the gap between these 2 is pretty big. I actually like Sushiria quite a bit, while Cupcakeria I wasn't really that much of a fan of. Almost everything in this game is unique to it, and only it. This game's build station is probably the hardest station in any Papa's game, since it's so unique. One downside this game has is its music. Most Papa's games have great OSTs, but this one's soundtrack is just really bad. I can't pinpoint exactly why it's bad or why I feel that way towards it, but what can we do? And while I do like unique Papa's games that shake up the formula, they are extremely hit or miss. Mocharia sucked, one game you will see later I really love, and this game is somewhere in the middle, which I find to be pretty weird. God, Pastaria's weird. This game is so weird to talk about. On one hand, the bread station is beyond gimmicky. Like, all you do is drag and drop one thing into a conveyor and that's it. The cook station... God, the cook station in this game is unbearable. The cooking in this game is by far the slowest cooking in any of these damn games. It's so damn slow. If the cooking was faster, it would be a lot higher. This game is good. It's actually pretty fun, but the cook and bread station drag it out a ton. And especially the cook station. It's just really bad, so this is as high as I can place it. Sorry. I never wanna fall in love with you, 'cause I So Cluckeria, the newest game in the series. Before I started editing and scripting this video, I played the mobile-only game so I could fairly rank them. Before that, I thought I would just throw both in last and second last, but Cluckeria is actually pretty fun. This game is practically Burgeria, but with a lot more stuff to worry about. Some good, some not so good. For example, I love all the new toppings they added. On the other hand, the slush station is pure horror in every sense of the word. And on the other hand, the different meats look so similar that I get them mixed up all the time accidentally. Even with some downsides, Cluckeria easily earned its way out of second last and is a huge step up to its counterpart, Mocharia.
There are so many things I'd rather do than fall in love and end up blue.
Donuteria, baby! God, this game is nutty. First of all, this is the fastest Papa's game when it comes to ordering. These people order so fast and it's so nice. The fry station is your typical waiting station in these games, and the build station is also really nice. I like that it has two different phases, I'll say. The frosting is actually harder to put in the right spot than you might think, and the syrup and sprinkles phase is the reason perfects in this game are probably the hardest out of all the Flash games due to the patterns being really hard to do. Like, seriously, I think I've gotten like 1 or 2 perfects in this game ever. Overall, this is a very good example of difficulty done right and fun. I really like this one. Burgeria Part 3, Grilled Cheese Edition. This game is pretty much exactly how I just described it. I literally have nothing to say here. It's the exact same as Burgeria, but with an added fry station, which is just the same game from Wingeria. That's it. Doggeria is pretty much Taco-Mia combined with Burgeria and with an added pop station. It's kind of crazy how all the games that were inspired by other games, like for example Cluckeria and Cheeseria being inspired by Burgeria, all are worse than the games that they got inspired by. Burgeria and Taco-Mia are better than the games that inspired them. Anyway, the first sentence of this part of the script describes Doggeria perfectly. It plagiarized 2 great games, so automatically it's good. The game that started all, Pizzeria. For the time this game was, for a Flash game, one of the absolute best. Keep in mind we're talking about 2006. So great, in fact, even 16 years later, it's still in the upper half of the list. The reason it's at the bottom of the upper half is that it's simply too archaic. This game shows its age. Compared to all the other Papa's games, this one is easily recognizable as the oldest and most archaic. Don't get me wrong, it's still great, but it shows its age.
What a shame. Fragile lovers can't partake in games. I never wanna fall in love with you.
It's the end of the Flash game era, and I'll bloody say it. They enter on a banger. Man, Scooperia is good. It's good as hell. Even though most of this game is just mechanics taken from every other Papa game, with the exceptions of the cookie and ice cream rolling segments, this game took previous mechanics and absolutely perfected them. God, this game is so much fun to play, and it hardly gets old. It's safe to say that the ending for the Flash era was a great one. This game is hella good. Freezeria is, from what I know, the most popular game in the series. And for good reason. God, this game is so great. Even though I don't have footage of this game, believe me, I was once at rank 43 in this one. That's how much I liked it. Everything everyone has ever said about this game and why it's good is 100% true. And to be honest, this video is getting too long, so I'll stop here and just move on to the top 5. Remember when I said that I even unlocked Papa Louie in one of these games? Yeah, it's this one. Bakery is by far the Papa's game I've sunk the most time into. However, there still are 4 games that outdo it. Most of this game is automatic. That's the main reason it's below the other 4. I literally don't have any more critiques on this game. It's all around great, but it misses some player input.
Cause I know you would break my heart in two. There are so many things I'd rather do.
Okay, just a heads up, every entry from here on is gonna piss some people off. So Takumiya, I honestly have no idea what and why this game is so fun and replayable. And keep in mind, this is gonna be a theme from now on the list. This game, it probably has the second hardest perfects in the series, behind Donuteria. I do not know how to get 100% on the build. Even with that, I still love this game and even got to rank 34 in it once. It's great, but its predecessor beat it. Here we go. Burgeria. This game is probably the second simplest out of all these games, but for some reason, everyone, including me, loves this game. God, this game is just pure fun. It's so simple to easy and understand and lets you make all the abomination burgers your mind can think of. My god, it's great and doesn't get enough credit. But then again, of all games that got inspired by this one, all the not so good games that got inspired by this, one single game managed to topple it.
Fall in love and end up blue. Then fall in love and end up with you.
Pancakeria is literally Burgeria but better. It has a better build station and an added station that you unlock at rank 15. This game is literally Burgeria but with much more stuff to do. And with how much I praised Burgeria before, with this just being better, well, it deserved the number 2.
Fall in love and end up blue.
Yup, Wingeria is my favorite Papa's game. Everything, and I mean everything here is unique to only it. I love everything about this game, from the mechanics to the soundtrack to the gameplay to the setting. My god, they knocked it out of the park with this one. It's so awesome you don't even freaking know. Remember when I said that the unique games in the series are really hit or miss, like for example Mocharia sucked? This one hits, and it hits hard. I'll probably do a full-on video discussing why this game is a masterpiece. Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but still. But that will come at a later day. And well, that's it. That's the whole ranking. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.